guys, we're back with some more Phoenix Wright. Yeah, so this guy's probably a liar. Probably. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I just saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? The murder weapon the killer used to kill, he hit the victim with it. That must have been what I saw. It must have, shouldn't it? Find the contradiction. Easy. Now, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock on the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murderer used the it's the murder weapon the killer used to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Maybe I should press him for information. A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yeah, the table clock that was used as a murder weapon. You know, the statue that totally looks like a clock? You know that one. That wasn't what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Oh, there's a lot of things fishy. The fact that everyone in this room, like the heat is turned up so high in this room that we could make another ocean out of everyone's sweat. And then your lies could swim around like minnows. That's disgusting. I'm just pressing him as much as possible. Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? Just because it slipped my mind, I'm not really sure how it happened myself. The witness says he saw the table clock, end of story. Wow. Now, find the contradiction. I will do so, just hold on. Alright. Blackout record. Electricity, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30. Okay. Statue. It doesn't look like there's a clock on it. Oh, I forgot. It has to match the... I'm an idiot. I did it again. It has to match the picture. Or it has to match what he's saying. We're not on the wrong track, Mr. Wright. Present. Okay, here we go. This should do it. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. The statue. Look, I have it. Now, how is this supposed... Oh, the good music. Here we go. Here we go. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. It's like he's aware that he's in the game. Just who do you think you are showing me proof of the murder? Just answer the question, sir. Mr. Schwitt. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you must tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue, my apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes, I do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in that witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. That's right. Feed into it. Feed into it. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew that doesn't even... Knew the victim? That doesn't have anything to do with it. He went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment the day of the murder. Oh yeah? I'll prove it. I'd prove I just went there. I can do better than that. I'll prove that you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. It was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. I want to think that there's some automatic court music that plays as to whichever side's winning, and the crowd just gets into it. They're just sitting on the side of the stage, like, playing their air guitars to this techno music. Yes, Your Honor. Oh god, that face. That's a beautiful face for a beautiful man. Mr. Schwitz, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The sound was burned into your mind, but that voice, that's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean I saw, no. The hell, man? Shut up, I hate you. It was him. It was me, Dio. Someone needs to create an animation of Dio walking into the apartment, freezing time, killing her, and then him shoving, like, him in there. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. Okay, chill, man, chill. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Schwitt heard was definitely the clock. In fact, it's clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very... This is a weird situation, where all the court just sits in silence and... Like, I want to sit in on one of these sessions. I want to hear, like, Phoenix Wright cram this guy's, like, face, like, down his throat. Does that work? It probably works. Bleep. I think it's 8:25. Oh, it's a thinker statue, and it says I think. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's time for you to shut up. You do this every court. It gets old. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Schwitt had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Schwitt? Oh, wait, that's still Phoenix. He's not that one. Try to talk your way out of this one. Silence. Ellipsis. Ha 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 ha. You forgot one thing! Joseph Joestar. That's the wrong era, but I don't care. Uh-oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? You can't prove that. You don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yeah, you're right, I do. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Schwitt. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal? Would you take a look at yourself right now, dude? You lawyers are all slime. Grr. I almost had him. If only the judge didn't believe everything everyone said. I think the courtroom needs to hire a new judge. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Schwitt. Oh, Maya. I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one way. Not like this. Or wait, what? Don't throw this one away. Oh, away. Not like this, I think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can still... I love her, like, it's like pressure him. Don't let this go on. Pressure him. You don't have any evidence, but don't worry, you will find some in your hearts. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and find the proof. Can you think of a reason as why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, that's obvious. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it. I actually thought of this one instantly once again. Not just because I played it before, but I don't remember like half the testimonies that you need to, or half the answers to the testimonies, so everything I'm remembering here is just off the basic evidence of the court. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim, Mr. Wright? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ah! Tough words! Let's see if you can pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It's obvious. It's because she was with all those other men. So she was in Paris and she arrived at a different time, and Paris has a different time zone. The victim had this is assuming this series is in America. It has to be in America. Because I know the new one's in Japan, actually. Like, it's an old... I can't wait to play Phoenix Wright. I don't know what it's called. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day here. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Look at him. Guys, I think we need to give him an inhaler or something. And a new tie. And a towel. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Schwitt? Or should I say, Mr. I did it? Or Mr. Did it? Oh my... Phoenix, you're gonna have to work on that. You're gonna have to work on it. Did he just get rabies and die? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and was taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone come to a complete defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yeah, I did it. I saved the court. Everyone's alive. No one died. You know, if this is 999 right now, I'd be freaking out and there'd be like a time or something and something would be exploding and there'd be blood all over the room. But instead, I help people. Okay, well... It turns out that Frank Schwitt was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Schwitt let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Schwitt grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. No, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. I fight my own battles now. I don't need you anymore. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, I imagine... Oh, I need to read that. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, what? What? No. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. That's bad and stuff. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But Cindy Winty's gone, man. Gone forever. She is gone forever. Larry, she was no, forget it. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Heh. Thanks. I really owe you one. I like that sprite. I like when, that very, like, happy, oh my goodness. Yeah, sprite. I won't forget about this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. He has a serious face for once. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. I don't want to make you just... doesn't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Feel bad for the poor guy. Are you so sure? Excuse me? What? What? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, okay? Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how— Oh! We get to predict— Yeah, come on, let's do it. What the heck is she talking about? Well, there's the clock, but it doesn't say anything. Okay, I can't give him my badge. The blackout record. The passport. I guess it's the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. I love that, like... Oh. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. And hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the heart of the cards. Listen, learn, and grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. This game gives so much good, like, actual life advice, even if some of it's super obvious. Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to the innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you're saying that part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me unless you count the clock he gave Mia. Or Maya. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Brand new episode ad, Turnabout Sisters. Well, I'll see you guys next time when we hit that new episode. I'm gonna just hope that this, like, I'm gonna hope that I can save well. That this saves alright. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you're on episode 2, that's really cool to me. And I will see you guys next time.